Parent alert, breaking news, potentially huge news. Is there a settlement near at hand in the Southwell versus McKee school mask mandate lawsuit? We'll talk about that in just a minute. All right, here's the breaking news. I want you to see this headline that only the Current put up today. We were the first to learn about this and post it. Is a settlement close in the Southwell versus McKee school mask mandate lawsuit? Rich Southwell, the lead plaintiff, called me this morning and said, Mike, I can't tell you anything more than this. There's some movement towards a settlement. Now, this comes as a surprise. I don't know what that means. He wasn't able to expound whether he didn't know or whether he just didn't want to say right now. We tried to contact attorney Greg Piccirilli, who apparently informed plaintiff Southwell of this. But we can speculate a lot. So let's speculate and let's fill you in on some of the back details. You might remember 11 days ago, we did an interview with Rich Southwell right after they left court, and we learned that there was a settlement put forth by Judge Lanphier in Rhode Island Superior Court, and the state of Rhode Island, representing its stakeholders, whoever they are, decided not to reject the offer. All the offer, apparently, according to the sources, are the plaintiff attorney and Rich Southwell. All the offer was going to say was no admission of fault in the past for imposing the school mask mandate without any scientific backing to it or any data research to support it. No admission of guilt, just forward-looking. You will promise to have an open and transparent process before you impose any mandates in any future health crisis. And the state of Rhode Island refused to accept that. Now, somehow somebody believes that some settlement, whether it's that same settlement or some different settlement, is back in play. We don't know the timing. It doesn't seem like it's going to be immediate, but we don't know the timing of this. But something is happening, and at some point in the near future, apparently all the sides are going to meet and talk about whether they can agree on a settlement. Now, I've got to wonder. Now, I talked about that video, right? Talked about that video with Rich Southwell. Now, let me go back and share. If you go to that article on Ocean State Current .com, we link over to the interview with Rich Southwell, and here it is. Now let me mute that so you don't see it. This interview was the second most watched video we have ever produced here at State Current. Second highest. It went viral. We know that our friend Pat Ford at Coalition Radio also published extensive interviews with the plaintiff team. And you might recall, we even mentioned yesterday that Coalition Radio and Pat Ford asked Dan McKee, hey, as a stakeholder, as the lead defendant in this case, why did you reject the plaintiffs or the proposed offer put forward by the judge? The plaintiffs agreed to accept it. You didn't. McKee didn't know anything. McKee pulled a Biden. The former lieutenant governor of Rhode Island tried to emulate the former vice president of the United States and say, I don't know what's going on. So the question I have is, did the public exposure that from our viral video with Rich Southwell, from the Coalition Radio's exposure and everything else that went on in social media, did that basically show up and put pressure on the state? Were they embarrassed? Were they humiliated by it? I don't know. But for whatever reason, somebody has reason to believe that all the sides can get back together at the table. It would seem to me to guess that the state must have come forward because the plaintiffs already stated their case. It was the state who rejected the deal in the first place. So I'm just guessing here. I'm going to guess the state somehow signaled that, hey, maybe after second thought, we would be open to a settlement. This could be huge. This could be a victory. This could really, if it's the settlement that we were talking about before, this could really be important for a future health crisis in our state.